And now we're privileged to have on our show our friend Justine Brooke Murray, all the way from the United States. Welcome, Justine.
Thank you for having me.
So why are you here?
First, thank you so much for having me. I have been a Jewish advocate my whole life. I was crowned Miss Central Jersey on October 7th.
Wow.
And we can't really use our phones while we're competing, while we're getting ready. But one of the candidates, she's Israeli. And we were just huddled together every chance we got to get on our phones. The small amount we had, we kept checking for updates. She kept calling her family, trying to reach out to family members that she had to make sure everyone was okay. I sing Shalom Aleichem all the time for the talent portion. They make you sing a talent. Well, in a couple months later, not a couple months, in November, I went to the Rockefeller.
You won. Say to everyone.
Oh, by the way, I won.
She won. She won the competition of
on October 7th.
On October 7th.
On October 7th.
And then in November, what happened?
In November, when all the jihadis in New York were out calling for the murder of Jews, they were screaming Intifada, I decided to go to the Rockefeller Christmas tree lighting and the protests, the peaceful protests, and check out what was happening. I brought my friend Ted. Ted almost got beaten up by these masked military-aged men who were jumping over these barricades. They were summoning me over. They were shouting, I will eat you alive, B word, this curse word.
How did they know? Did you have on like a Israeli flag shirt or?
But this was at the Christmas tree opening?
At the Christmas tree lighting.
So they weren't, they were disturbing regular American Christians who were there for the lighting, right?
Yeah.
There were regular American Christians, but you had this mob of jihadists, protesters, this mob of anti-Israel, anti-Semites, and they weren't just, it was a mix of radical Islamists who were actually radical in their religion. And then you had a bunch of Maoist little college students who are 20 years old. They don't know what they're talking about, but they go to these colleges like NYU, and they're taught that Israel is oppressive, that Jews are all white privilege, critical race theory. So they want to go after every identity group that happens to be very successful. So Jews are part of that group.
Right.
So therefore Jews are white. It's the same type of hate-filled ideology that got us murdered in the Holocaust.
Yes.
It's the same stereotype. And they said it about white people. White people control the world. So therefore Jews control the world. So we're back where we started. And they were out there chanting for an intifada. They don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
I happened to stand in the far back. I went near the police officer. So and this was after I was getting screamed at. And the reason I was being screamed at is because my friend Ted has a big mouth.
He started all the trouble.
You have to get him on the show.
But it's funny because he's still so charismatic. All I was doing was asking them questions. What happened on October 8th? Why do you support October 8th? Obviously, they sniffed him out. And plus, he was dressed so nicely in a suit. These guys are wearing Antifa masks.
Yeah.
So
that's the thing. They're cowards on top of it. They're wearing masks. They won't even let people see what their faces look like.
They'll blast your face all over social media, but they won't show their face. It's pretty interesting. And
so let's get back to your, first of all, you won that. And then what happened subsequently?
So during this protest, I was filming, and I said to my camera, I'm here in front of a bunch of jihadists. Well, this woman turned around immediately, whipped her head around, and started screaming at me, you just called them jihadists. You're a racist, you're a bigot, you're an Islamophobe, you're a Zionist, you're this. And then she starts filming me, and she starts following me out of the protest, screaming, hey, what are you doing, blondie, blondie? And then saying all these I guess, white girl names: Haley, Kaylee, Karen, Karen. Okay. Emily. I'm pretty sure she called me Whitey, but she's white. She's white. It's like, she's whiter than me, and I'm pretty white.
Right. Is this white on white racism now?
So the next day, I was at work, and some people start laughing. Hey, Justine, you're all over the internet. Yeah. I think, oh boy, but I'm used to it. Right. This isn't my first rodeo.
Yeah.
Yes. I turn around and it's a giant thread that this lovely woman posted saying, this Miss America candidate called protesters jihadists.
She found out who you were.
And that was interesting because I never told her my real name. Not that I cared.
Right.
You know, fine. I'll tell you my name. I stand by what I said. Actually told her my Hebrew name.
Okay.
Because she claimed she was Jewish.
Okay.
Oh,
And I said, okay, what's your Hebrew name? Apparently her real name is Hebrew, but she wants Israel not to exist. So she calls
I have a feeling.
Yeah.
Ginos, Jews in name only.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
The pro-jihad Ginos. So a media outlet, Heaven Feed Newsweek, they wrote a hit piece that was written by this woman. Oh, wait a minute. I can't call her a woman. I have to call her non-binary because that was the pronouns.
Okay. Here you don't have to.
Yes.
We call it thing a thing.
If you have one thing, you're not the other thing.
So the woman.
Right. So a woman, she, I believe, was friends with this journalist, really activist, and they wrote this piece, and I ended up receiving lovely, informative messages helping me unlearn all of my Zionist uh-ohs. That's how I spent my Hanukkah. So I became very culturally well-rounded, and I actually learned Arabic phrases like Dayahudi and Sharuda.
Sharmuta.
Oh, Sharmuta.
Sharmuta.
Sorry, from Jersey.
She's not just from Jersey, she's Miss Central Jersey, everyone. So what did they try and do to your title?
They tried to strip it.
What did they say?
They said everyone needs to call Miss America and get this title stripped. She doesn't represent women. She shouldn't be speaking to young women because she's an Islamophobe. She's a bigot. They plastered my face on these memes, and they wrote,
Oh, Justine.
they wrote Miss Central Jersey. She's a Zionist racist, as if Zionist is a
bad
dirty
word.
word.
Right.
Hey, call me a Zionist. I'm a Zionist. If I get kicked out of
These people, that is a dirty word.
Exactly.
Did your title end up getting stripped or
Nope.
no? Oh, great.
Yeah.
Not only that, what are you doing next month? You're going for the bigger title.
Yep. It's actually in June.
In June.
I'm competing for Miss New Jersey.
Oh,
In
yeah.
June.
Everybody out there, Justine is going to win Miss New Jersey. Please show all of the jihadists. All Justine did was call people by their name.
Yeah.
And this is why she tried to get canceled, but they didn't know who they were dealing with.
Yeah.
We're not Jews with trembling knees.
Yes.
Exactly. I think on that note, thank you so much, Justine, for being on our show, for being such a female warrior and, running for pageants and winning them.
Yes. And good luck with Miss New Jersey.
Thank you so much for having me.